Hi folks, if you've been watching my channel on a regular basis, you'll know that I've been reviewing some or most of the 2012/13 MOD brown boots as rolled out by the Ministry of Defence, and you can see some of them positioned here. And just to recap on that, there were 5 categories of combat boot, with 2 boots in each category, making 10 boots in total from different manufacturers, and of those I've actually reviewed 7 so far. But now we've got some more changes, because as of the towards the end of 2017, the MOD has now issued some new contracts for the 2018 rollout of boots. And they're also in 5 categories, but there are a number of changes which I'll just highlight for you. There's still the cold weather boot. There is the Boots Combat High Liability for temperate climates. There's the Desert Combat High Liability boot. There's a patrol boot, where before there was 2 patrol boots. And there's a jungle boot now, which wasn't in the previous category. So some of the changes from the 2013 rollout, some of the manufacturers have now disappeared. Mainly Mindell, Bates and YDS are no longer part of the new rollout, and there's a new manufacturer, ACU, which is an Italian company, and we'll talk about that in a little while. And Hikes, which had 3 boots previously in the 2013 rollout, is now down to 1 boot. And Ituri, that had the cold weather boot before, is now represented by 4 boots, because they've got boots in the cold weather, the desert combat along with Hikes, the jungle and the patrol boot. One of the other big changes is the introduction of this other manufacturer now. This is an Italian company called ACU, and I'll make a longer review, or a separate review on this boot, but it's quite a radical change, I think, from the previous type of army boots. And I've just had a pair, brand new pair here. Just open these up for you. Okay. And these are the Pilgrim GTX Combat FG, and these are part of the temperate climate high liability combat boot. GTX stands for Gore-Tex, because they're Gore-Tex lined. FG stands for full grain leather, and they mean that around the tongue area, because there was a previous boot called the Pilgrim boot, which had suede here like the rest of the boot here. They've now replaced that with a full grain leather. This is an evolution from a boot called the Pilgrim, which was in itself an evolution by the importers at the time, a company called Trekit of Hereford, which is obviously home to the home base of the the UK Special Forces, and they developed the Pilgrim boot from the original built ACU boot, which was designed for the Navy SEALs in the US. It's quite a lightweight boot for the US Special Forces in arid climates, not so much in the cold, wet weather conditions. So Trekit worked with ACU, and they created a boot called the Pilgrim boot, which is now evolved into this version, which is the MOD version. So as I said, I'll make a separate video a little bit more on the features of this boot and how you can obtain that and the pricing, etc. So this is part of the new 2018 rollout. So what about the Altbergs Defenders? Yeah, they're still there as well. They were there in the original, of course, 2013 rollout, and now there's a Mark II version of the Defender boot, with some slight changes to that. I think one of the main changes being that on this version, on the lace system, the top 3 lace hooks were actually hooks, as we can see here. They're now closed. They've been closed off, which is an MOD requirement, I understand, so that you can't snag on lines or netting, including parachute lines probably. Also, one of the other changes on the Defender Mark II is the collar height here, I understand, has been reduced, and that's so for drivers that spend a long time driving vehicles, it makes it a little bit more comfortable. I think there's 1 or 2 other slight changes as well, but in essence it's pretty much the same boot as this, the Mark II. These boots have to be able to, as part of the MOD requirements, have a patrol or an assault load of the infantry person being able to carry 25 kg, or if they're tabbing, a load of 45 kg. So that's a requirement by the MOD that these boots have to meet, that they're comfortable at those different loads. So I guess it's going to be a while now before all the 2018 boots start to filter through the system. There's still going to be plenty of the 2013 boots, which are excellent boots in themselves. As I said, I'll come back with a review on this particular boot, the Aku boot. You can buy this as a retail customer. As you can see, I've bought this brand new, so you can do that if you want to. There's a label there with the MOD. Can you see, if you can see that? Boots Combat High Reliability. Date of manufacture November 17. So I haven't used them yet, they're brand new in the box, so I'll do a review on them, and I'll also wear them and see how I get on. They are quite revolutionary. They're a high-tech boot in lots of ways, which again I'll describe on another video. So there we are, rollout now starting of the 2018 MOD Brown combat boots. As always, take care out there and enjoy your walking.